While the mainstream media and the political establishment are all very excited, like a 14-year-old fat kid in Disneyland, and are too busy praising Rishi Sunak's new Brexit deal, we are here to discover and talk about the flaws that we've found in the agreement. One of them is on trade. With all due respect to the 14-year-old fat kids in Disneyland who simply want some sweets and roller coasters, this is about the weird culture that we've created in the mainstream establishment. Everybody from the pundits and media and even the opposition, the Labour Party, who are blindly supporting this new agreement. And I'm not going to be one of those who are just complaining for the sake of it. We've already been quite objective on this new deal over the Northern Ireland Protocol issue. Because, yes, objectively, even Richard Tice and Reform UK admitted that, yeah, it could improve certain aspects of trade. Well done. We're very proud of you. But it doesn't really solve the main problem, the integrity of the United Kingdom. The European Court of Justice still has a role in Northern Ireland. The Northern Ireland in general is still tied to single market and customs union and many other areas. But even when it comes to trade, because this is the strength, this deal, this Windsor framework, as they say, they focus on trade and they tell us that we've improved it. We now have smooth trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland because we're going to have two lanes. But, and this is the list, by the way, they talked about, well, when it comes to a British sausage has now been saved. You can now trade British sausage inside Britain, inside the United Kingdom. So we should be proud. But that doesn't actually apply to everything. And there's a slippery slope situation, and we're going to talk about this in this video. This is about what Harry Cole, who's one of the good hacks in Westminster, discovered. So the details are still a bit sketchy for the ham sandwich test. If a Great British supplier of ham wants to sell their ham in Northern Ireland, it will still likely have to go through the red lane if there is any risk that the Northern Ireland seller uses the said ham in a sandwich sold in the Republic of Ireland. Oh my God. We're back to square one, basically. So, for those who don't follow, we have two lanes now, green and red. Green is for, well, one lane is essentially for any product that the United Kingdom is trading inside its own market. So, from England to Northern Ireland. So you're selling it to Northern Ireland, it's staying there. They're not going to check that. And the products that are likely to end up in the Republic of Ireland, which is part of the European Union, it goes to a different lane, so they do checks. Okay. But how do you differentiate the two lanes? Well, they've said that the first one, which is the green lane, which is for the United Kingdom trade, we have a list of trusted traders. Now, who decides who is a trusted trader? And who decides who's going to get on that list? Because that means, as Harry Cole mentioned, it's not just about the actual traders. Certain products. This is so stupid. If ham is traded between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, that's fine. But if someone who bought that ham, use that ham in a ham sandwich and sell it across the border, oh my God, big government on steroids. This is bad. So, Harry Cole continued by saying, but pre-made sandwiches produced in Great Britain only for consumption in Northern Ireland can go on the green lane. But for potential ingredients, it remains messy. Oh my God. So we can still make ham sandwiches and sell it in Northern Ireland. But you have to still check the ingredients because maybe some of the pepper, black pepper or salt that you use, it doesn't apply, and you have to go to the other. Oh, this is the new life. This is the new normal, by the way. It's bad, and people are blaming Brexit for this. This is the European Union. This is their bureaucratic, robotic, nonsensical big government mentality. This is it's not normal. This is not how you do trade. This is not the 17th century. We've created the concept of free trade in order for the countries, for example, and partners who are on a level playing field to freely trade with each other. Free trade doesn't mean that you have to freely trade with China, because China doesn't trade fairly. It rigs the system. It was supposed to be for countries and partners that are equal. But clearly, it doesn't apply to the European Union. It's not even a real country. So actually, Glyn replied to Harry Cole saying, well, that could actually apply to virtually anything, the ham sandwich test. Absolutely spot on, because it's about the ingredients. It's not really about the ham itself. It's about the technicalities of this system that's flawed. They are lying to us. They're saying, guys, we fixed it. We got 2 lanes. This lane is for a trade with inside the UK. This lane is if you want to trade with the EU, the Republic of Ireland. And we thought, and there are so many people, and I was skeptical yesterday from literally the first minute, because like, this sounds too good to be true. It sounds too simplified. I don't think bureaucrats and governments and politicians are that smart to do simplification. I knew something was going to happen like this. And we've discovered, how do you decide? You're just going to make things even more bureaucratic and more complicated. And I'm not defending the previous deal. I'm not saying things are perfect. This one has definitely streamlined certain things. And we're not even talking about the main flaw of the whole deal, that it exists. The integrity of the UK, Northern Ireland security in the country, the ECJ and all that. We're just not even talking about that. We're talking about the one aspects of the deal that the media and the establishment are using to praise the deal. To say Rishi Sunak and von der Leyen are flawless. This is perfect. They found the ultimate answer. Have they though? No. They've made things even more complicated than before. At least, well, to be fair, before you couldn't even send a ham. But now you can send a ham. But you have to make sure you don't put it in a sandwich. Put it in something else. Wow. Anyway, I hope this video was informative and helped you guys. If you want to share this with everybody who are just following Sky News and BBC for their information, feel free to do that. And if you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. We're going to come back in half an hour with more updates for you guys on Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.